Alright everyone, hello and welcome back to episode 17 of my Blackburn Rovers Football Manager 2017 career mode. So, as you guys can see, we have dropped down the table. We're currently in 9th place, but still, let's try and stay positive. Considering we've only just gotten promoted, things could be a lot worse for us. In the last episode, we drew 1-1 against Leicester in a game we were really unfortunate not to get all 3 points from, and then our really poor form away from home this season in the Premier League continued as we got completely hammered by Mauricio Pochettino's men. We then went away at Vicarage Road and we lost against Watford in a game we should have at least gotten a point from. We were by far the much better side. We had 62% possession, but as some of you guys will know if you've watched the last episode, if you've not, go back and see it before you see any more spoilers this episode. We ended up with 3 clear-cut chances, and because obviously Danny Graham has been injured, Yaya Sanogo was the man to take on. I believe it was at least 2 of them 3 clear-cut chances. And credit where it's due to Yaya Sanogo. Last year in the Championship, he was our player of the season. He was bloody amazing, this guy. 20 goals in 42 appearances, 6 assists as well. This guy was amazing on loan from Arsenal. We needed a striker in the summer, so I decided, you know what, the fans already like him. He's already proven himself to me. Might as well sign him again on a free because his contract expired from Arsenal. But he's been extremely underwhelming in the Premier League. This is the first clear-cut chance that Sanogo missed. I'm just going to quickly fast-forward it a little bit. We kept the ball really well against this Watford side. And essentially what happened was Andre Gray, who's been really good for us this season, plays Yaya Sanogo in, who obviously is in because Danny Graham's out injured. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and I know Yaya Sanogo has 9 finishing, and even I was surprised that he got as many goals as he did last season in the Championship. But come on, you've got to hit the target from there. So that was the first clear-cut chance he missed. Second clear-cut chance he misses, again, really nice build-up, nice, slow and steady. We worked the ball well in midfield, forced Watford to try and close us down, created gaps for us to pass into. Andre Gray to Claudio, Sanogo, he's got to score from there. I'm pretty sure even I could have scored that. And we could have been 2-0 up at that point going into the second half. As for clear-cut chance number 3, again, pretty much throughout this entire game, we were all over Watford. Andre Gray, again, providing that assist, and Gouffran hitting the woodwork. And unfortunately for us, in the 90th minute, pretty much the last kick of the game, Watford get a corner. Tommy Hoban from last season comes back to haunt us, and Troy Deeney finds the net. Would have been happy with a point. Watford, to be honest, they'll be over the moon with 3, and we really did not deserve to get nothing out of that game. Next up was Liverpool. Now, our home form has been really good, and so far this season, guys, we've been unbeaten at home, which is one of the reasons why we are 9th in the Premier League. So Jurgen Klopp's men came to Ewood Park. It looked like things were going to go sour when Jordan Henderson took the lead for Liverpool, but then Andre Gray leveled things up at 1-1. Then we kind of parked the bus because a point against Liverpool was pretty decent, and they really struggled to break us down, which was good. Next up, we had Everton at home. Now, this was a game, again, kind of a similar game to the Watford game, where I felt like, realistically speaking, we should have been looking to win. Charlie Mulgrew scored one of his iconic free kicks to give us the lead, but unfortunately it was his mistake that led to Everton's second goal. Now, sure, we equalised from it, but when you make mistakes like this, and you know Mulgrew's got to own up for it, I guess it was a really good strike, but I still feel like Steele should have done better there. When you concede goals like that, that's essentially the difference between us winning 2-1 and then winning 2-2. Everton didn't really do much that game. They didn't really threaten, regardless of the match or what the match stats say. So really unfortunate for us not to get 3 points there. And then we were away at Hull. Now, Hull, obviously not the strongest side in the Premier League. and our away form has been really, really bad. But it doesn't matter as far as I'm concerned whether we're at home or whether we're away from home. A team like Hull is a team we should be looking to get 3 points against. And you know what? We made it hard for ourselves. We made it difficult for ourselves like we always do away from home. We went 1-0 down, but then Andre Gray and Johan Gouffran came in towards the end of the game in the second half to grab us 2 goals to finally get us a win. I think that could be our first win away from... No, it's our third win away from home this season. That win was really, really important for us. We really need it to stay challenging for the Europa League spots. Credit where it's due to Fabio. He was our man of the match and he got 2 assists to lead to them 2 goals. But yeah, so I'm going to try and make this a double episode. We're going to have Norwich City away at Carrow Road, and then we're going to be playing Swansea, who are slap bang bottom of the league. I think Bob Bradley's still their manager. No, it's Gary Rowett, right. So yeah, slap bang bottom of the league. So 18th and 20th, realistically speaking, we should be looking for 6 points here. And I know most of the time these videos have kind of been matches against the bigger sides, like your Swanseas, like your Man Cities, your Chelseas, your Arsenals and whatnot. But the thing is, the reason why I played the Liverpool, Everton and Hull games off camera was because I'm going to have to do a lot of live coming soon and very soon, because straight after Norwich and Swansea, and this is another reason why it's really, really, really crucial that we can grab 6 points against these 2 teams, is because we're going to have Man City, Chelsea and Arsenal, and all 3 games, guys, are going to be away from home. So out of them 9 points, I'd be happy if we can take 3. But I doubt we're really going to beat any of them. But then again, we beat Chelsea earlier on the season, and we did all right against the other 2. So we'll have to wait and see. Also, if you guys think it would be a good idea for me to show you guys highlights of at least goals or games that aren't played in these live comms, let me know, and I'll try to fit them in somehow, like some kind of match of the day episode style thingamabob. So just let me know what you think. But yeah, on to Norwich we go. Alright guys, hello and welcome to Carrow Road. We're up against Norwich City, who are in 18th place so far this season in the Premier League. Obviously they got promoted through the playoffs from the Championship last season. Very similar to us, we also got promoted last season as well. So on paper this should be a relegation 6-pointer, but given how well we've played so far this season, it really should be a game where we're going to be looking to win. Is that Branislav Ivanovic? But that's a really good ball to Andre Gray. Really unlucky there for Danny Graham. Lovely link-up play from our 2 strikers, and really unlucky not to take the lead here. Augustinson now with a throw-in as we keep the pressure on. As you can see, Conway's now playing out on that left-hand side. Ball played back to Dumic, and that's a dreadful ball. Come on, Dumic. Pull your game together. So Dumic to Mulgrews, already on a yellow card as he plays the ball wide to the ex-United man in Fabio. And that's a missed header. Andre Gray one-on-one with the goalkeeper. 1-0 Blackburn Rovers. That's what we wanted from our brand new £1.4 million signing. That's why I put Craig Conway on. He's getting older. He's not getting any younger. His physical stats are deteriorating. But, you know, that was a fantastic ball from him. Not going to lie, I think that was Seb Bassong's missed header. Kind of did us a favour, but as far as I'm concerned, in football, you make your own luck in this game. So let's go back defensive for a few minutes, particularly given that we're away from home. And it looks like, are we going to make it 2? As Andre Gray plays in, Darrell Lenihan, the youngster, tries to make it 2, and he does. 2-0 Blackburn Rovers. Game over, or so I hope. Norwich City, you can see why they're 18th. Their defence is all over the place. Great ball from Andre Gray. What a signing he's been for us. Looked a bit dodgy when he first signed, but he's definitely more than repaid the 1.4 million quid we dished out for him. So who's Norwich's manager? It's actually Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank is Norwich's manager. That's an interesting one. But yeah, so far so good. And let's switch back to attacking. I know I normally go through specific tactical... tell them not to get complacent and stay focused. I know I normally go through tactical changes and stuff, but against a team like Norwich, I don't really bother. The main thing that we did was kind of just go in hard on players like Axel Witsel and Stephen Naismith. That's it, really. Interesting to see that Ivanovic is actually playing for Norwich City. So that could potentially be something we look to exploit, and it's probably why Craig Conway's had such a good game so far as well, up against Branislav Ivanovic. But so far so good. If it's not broken, don't fix it, and we're definitely not going to try and fix anything. We'll try and go out attacking straight off the bat. Hopefully we can grab a third goal, but if it does start seeming like Norwich are going to start piling on the pressure, we'll go to a more controlled play style, play a little bit slower, try and frustrate Norwich and try and hold on to the ball a little bit more, but it looks like we're going to try and counter-attack as Kedura shoots. And, well, Yaya Sanogo would have been proud of that bloody finish. When you're in the Premier League, you've really got to make the most out of opportunities like that. Really happy that we managed to grab them 2 goals early on in the first half. And here we go. Probably now the right time to make some subs. So we'll drop Dara Lenihan into centre-back. We will bring on Corey Evans in defensive mid. And I'll move Conway over to the right. And I'm actually going to try and exploit Ivanovic a little bit towards the end of the game. By utilising Augustinson's pace out on the wing. And I'm going to bring on Lee Wallace at left back. So Norwich piling on the pressure. A free kick played in from Adnan Januzaj, but what a ball that is from Kedura to Andre Gray. Will he make it 3? He will. Wow. Well, I applauded Conway's pass for the second goal, but I think that was even better. Again, Norwich throwing so many men forward to the point where they just couldn't catch up with Andre Gray. They only had 2 slow centre-backs at the back left, but second goal of the game, Andre Gray, 3-0 Blackburn. What I'm going to do is not shut up shop as much, but just bring on another defensive midfielder, try and hold on to the ball a little bit more. Goal difference could end up making a difference, no pun intended, come the end of the season. So I really don't want to concede to Norwich. And knowing my luck, the second I say that, we are going to concede now as Alex Tettey advances, plays the ball through to Loic Remy. And yeah. Okay, there's a goal. Fair play to Loic Remy. As soon as his pace came on, we've got 2 knackered centre-backs as well. You can kind of see it coming. So for that reason, I'm just going to drop a little bit deeper again and really just try and waste time and frustrate Norwich. I feel like I'm a broken record right now, but it's kind of obvious what's going on. A part of me on the inside kind of wants Andre Gray to get a hat-trick. Kind of disappointed we haven't kept a clean sheet. Kind of baffled as well as to why our centre-backs have gotten so knackered this game, but that was a close one there. But who cares? We've beaten Norwich 3-1 away at Carrow Road, and really important result for us. Like I said earlier on, obviously after this game and the Swansea game, we've got Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City. So I think naturally you can't really expect to get any points from games like that, you know what I mean? So we are going to go through a dip in form, so we need to try and build up as many points as we can currently at the moment in time. But you can see why Norwich are in the relegation zone. To be fair, their defending was almost as bad as us against Spurs, but fair play to the lads, a good win, well done. So we move into 7th place now. Apparently we're in the Europa League reckoning, but surely we're not because we're in 7th place, so I'm not quite sure. Go home, press, you're drunk. But if you look at 3rd place on 32 points, which is Southampton, West Brom and Watford flying high both on 30 points, we're not too far off. So it's not even Christmas yet. You can't jump to any conclusions, but so far so good as far as we're concerned. And that was a really, really good win for us. So we've made it 2 wins on the trot away from home, which is nice to see that away form starting to grind out a little bit better. And next up, we're going to be at home against bottom of the league, against Swansea. And given that we're unbeaten at home so far this season, Swansea, being bottom of the league, are a team I'd expect nothing less than 3 points against. So let's jump straight into that game as well. Alright everyone, welcome to the Stadium of Liberty. Wait, it's not the Stadium of Liberty, it's Ewood Park. My bad, wrong stadium. Welcome to Ewood Park. Can we cut and do that again? Welcome to Ewood Park. So, if we manage 3 points in this game up against bottom of the league Swansea, then it would put us on the same number of points as Watford, who are currently in a Europa League spot. So here we go, Andre Gray, who was amazing in our last game against Norwich City, with a Yaya Sanogo-esque shot on goal. But so far so good. We've been the better side. Not too many opportunities carved out though. Swansea playing with a 4-1-4-1, so a lot of men behind the ball. Bar Llorente, who's that big target man up front. So I doubt they're really going to create many chances. They've kind of come here looking to park the bus and hold on to a point. But it's almost Christmas, and Swansea have only accumulated 5 points so far this season. So I don't want to be... I mean, it would be great to stay unbeaten at home, but against Swansea with Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City being our next 3 games, we should really be looking for 3 points. And if come the second half we've not managed to find a breakthrough goal, I am going to have to change things around. It does unfortunately seem like that is going to be the case. So a bollocking at half-time is without a shadow of a doubt going to help.
Meanwhile, in the dressing room...
You're in fucking Latvia! You and you come off!
Alright, so we've not really done much wrong. We just need to try, I think, and get a little bit more aggressive to try and carve out that chance we need to steal all 3 points. So I've tried to simplify things a little bit with the build-up, give the players a little bit more creativity. And we're going to try and just not retain possession. That way we can carve out a little bit more chances, and it means that our passing directness will become a little bit more direct, which will hopefully, again, result in a little bit more chances. We're going to try and close down a little bit more and get stuck in. Let's try and really take this game by the throat. Not really great that Dumic and Lenihan are on yellow cards already, but you know what? Let's just do it and see what happens. Taking a look at this Swansea side on paper, to be honest, they've actually got a really good side defensively. So quite surprised to see that they've only accumulated 5 points. But here we go, Augustinson with a cross, which was unfortunately quite underwhelming. I think Dumic is going to have to come off sometime soon. He's been getting knackered quite a lot recently, and it's probably just because of the sheer number of games that they have to play in this Christmas period. Obviously, no Christmas break for us being a British team, but Fabio trying to get the ball out there on the overlap. It looked potentially like what could have been a good attack, but unfortunately he lost the ball. It's not exactly the biggest, is Fabio. Andre Gray apparently has a £2.8 million release clause in his contract, so I've currently offered him a new contract to try and get that out of the way. But let's see what's going to happen here. It looks like Swansea are going to slowly try and build their way up towards our goal, as Modou Barrow, he once was on loan for us, and well, I thought it could have been a chance there for Llorente, but apparently not, and it's probably time we make some subs. Fabio's injured as well, so this really isn't... this game is really not working out for us at the moment, is it? So, Lenihan's going to move into centre-back. Dumic is going to have to come off. Poor lad's knackered for some reason. Corey Evans gives us a little bit more technically. So I think I'm going to go with Corey Evans. That's what my gut feeling is currently telling me right now. And we'll bring on Elliot Bennett to right back, because he's quite a pacey player. So hopefully he'll help on the overlap. We've just got to be really reserved and careful that we don't concede. But let's demand more from the players, because so far it's not really been good enough up against the Swansea team we should really be looking to beat. The problem is, when you've not scored like this, it's always a gamble that if you end up going too aggressive, if you end up going too offensive... wow, what a ball. Andre Gray, you've goal! He should have scored there. But yeah, there's always a risk where when you start going a little bit too aggressive, when you go too aggressive, it might mean you leave space at the back and might concede. But that direct ball out of the back from Charlie Mulgrew kind of tells me that there's space to exploit behind the Swansea back four. And it looks like towards the end of this game they're going to try and get a little bit more aggressive and try and essentially do what Watford did to us and grab a goal in the final minute. So I'm going to try and make changes to satisfy that. We're going to go with a little bit of a more direct passing style, and rather than work the ball into the box, we're going to pump the ball into the box, try and go a little bit more aggressive in that respect. And I also want to change our goalkeeper's distribution to over the opposition defence, because as we've seen, it worked well for us against Norwich, and obviously it's worked relatively well now that Swansea have tried to go a little bit more aggressive themselves. Well, now, we've only made 2 substitutions, which means there is room for us to make a change. Andre Gray's going to now become an advanced forward, simply because I feel like he can offer us pace with the direct balls and focus mainly on trying to get in off the defender's last shoulder. And what on earth is this weird... It doesn't normally look like this. We're going to put James McLean on simply due to his pace, and I'm actually going to stick him up here and set him as a winger on support. And we'll go from there. 20 minutes to go. Need to try and find a goal somehow, and this, hopefully, could be it. Augustinson whips. Doesn't whip the ball in, he throws the ball in, but no, it's going to get picked up by Kyle Norton. Evans wins it back. Gray whips the ball in. Graham leaps, and it's over the bar. Danny Graham almost scoring against his former side there. And with 10 minutes to go, it doesn't look like we're going to actually grab a goal. Swansea came, they parked the bus, and to be fair, looking at the final scoreline, they conquered unless we can, I don't know, someone can pull off a miraculous shot here. It's not going to happen. It's the annoying last bit of the game highlight. And you can just see there, very, very difficult to break down. Essentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defensive midfielder in front of the two centre-backs, and you've got these walls in midfield. We've struggled to break them down, which I think is understandable given the lack of quality in our team, and we have been punching over above our weights. But Swansea, 20th, bottom of the league, not good enough. We should be looking to win games like this. We had our opportunities, so did they, to be fair, but only 3 shots on target. Quite poor, and we could have actually been on par with Man City and Chelsea if we had got 3 points. Chelsea beating Everton 2-1 and Man City beating Hull 2-0, which means that they're going to be coming into our games with decent form. Fabio is, of course, injured, and of course Dumic getting tired and Fabio getting injured didn't really help us, I think, towards the end of that game. So I'm going to have to try and maybe give Dumic a day off training or something like that to try and get him to sort his life out. But positively, ever since the Liverpool game, we have been unbeaten. We've been scoring goals, but at the same time, we've been kind of leaky. Weren't really leaky against Swansea, but then again, they're 20th. Just before I go, I just want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and hitting the like button. Irregardless whether you subscribed or not, would be really, really appreciated. And if you just come across this episode and you've not seen the previous ones, so you don't know the context of where we currently are, just click on my channel and go and check out all the previous episodes. They'll all be listed there. If you're not really interested in episodes, but you're more interested in tactics and so on, I've got a Conte, recreating Conte on FM17 video and a recreating Klopp FM17 video. You can check out my channel as well. There are going to be more tactical videos coming up, mainly a Pellegrini-based one, kind of roughly based around how he played at Villarreal and how he then took that into Real Madrid and how he adopted a similar approach with Man City where he won the league. I know some people have been asking for Mourinho, Guardiola style thingamabob, so hopefully that'll be something I'm working on as well. Time is currently limited, but on that note, thanks for watching and see you next time.